I'm Adrian, and this is my place. G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. I'm really pleased you stopped in to see us today. We have got a heap going on. I'm moving some ponds. I'm getting set up like I was in the last video. Outdoors, I'm trying to move all of those IBCs out the front. I've got another snake incident and not a friendly one. I've also got to catch up some of the blue Medaka, the platinum blues for the new pond that I've set up, move them across, and also catch up some shrimp. So I want to get a few of those out of there, and by the looks of it, there's heaps. So we'll see what I can pull out. The rest of it will just be what I get up to over the weekend. There's a ton going on. I'm really I'm behind pretty much everywhere. I've still got to clean some stuff. I'd really like to get some glass clean this weekend as well. But anyway, go and get comfy because I'm going to talk about fish. This tank here is looking great. Like I really like the way it's grown in, like the algae. The shrimp seem okay. Like I had 10 and that reduced down to I think 6 now. I have bred them once, but that was in another tank, not this one. I'm stumped. I'm probably not. It might have something to do with the volcanic rock. I would love to know that for sure, but the reality is I have no babies in here. The water parameters seem okay, but I've been waiting for a new test kit to arrive so I could actually check it out properly. And what I'm thinking of doing is replacing it, or some of the water, with this water here. Now it looks a little bit brown. That's because it's rainwater. It's coming straight off the roof into the tank. There's leaves and tannins and everything. So this is RO water. Now I would have thought the RO water was spot on, but I've even had Ross test it, that the water parameters are okay for shrimp, and they seem to be spot on, and he said they would breed in there, but for whatever reason, they haven't. I want to clean this tank up, scrape all the stuff off the front of it today, not do a whole heap else until I test the water. The test kits arrive, which I'll do an unboxing for that as well, and then once I know what this water parameter is, I'll test this one, and then my thoughts are, irrespective of what the water tests say, I'm going to put the rainwater into here, maybe 10%, and I'll just build it up slowly, and then try to get them, I think, onto the rainwater, and we'll see if that has any effect on them. So anyway, I'm struggling. There you go. Alright, so I thought I'd just offer a quick cleaning maintenance equipment tip. If you ever bought one of these, you would know they cost a small fortune, and the blades to replace them are not cheap either. So one of the things that I like to do to just extend the life of some of the tools that I use is, if you have a small tooth file, make sure it's not rusty. If it's rusty, you cannot use it for shrimp unless you thoroughly wash the blade afterwards. But basically, it should be a 22.5-degree angle is the angle of the blade there from memory. And all I do is just take the edge off, which takes the burrs off. Just do it lightly. If you look in the light, and you probably won't see it here, but in the reflection in the sunlight whilst you're doing it, you'll see an angled edge somewhere where it was originally set at. If you then just run your file along it evenly and flat, you'll actually get a consistent edge, and you'll start to reshape, or at least clean up, what was the original section. So depending on which one you use, same thing, keep it flat, same angle, and then work the same edge just gently until you can start to see that you've got that extra edge on top. And then when you use it on your glass, it should be nice and clean, and it should not scratch, hopefully. So make sure you do clean that properly, and then that just extends the life of your equipment. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is, you'll see the pothos there. In fact, if I just lift it up a bit, you'll see the pothos has grown. It's found its own way through the lid there. There we go, through the lid there. So unfortunately in my room, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it. Anyway, back to the point at hand, is the Pothos needs to come out in my room, because it's in every tank, even if I don't want it to be. And then I'm only going to clean the front of the glass. I try to clean as little as possible in the shrimp tanks, but anything that does come off is essentially food. So I can feel how smooth that blade is actually sliding across the glass now. It's all even. I'd love to disrupt some of this and find a baby, but when it comes to Caridina tanks, that's pretty much all the maintenance you need to do to keep them healthy. To make them breed, I don't know. Maybe I need to do more. If you haven't watched Nick from Keeping Fish Simple, his video with, I think the chap's name's Glenn, and I'm going to reach out to Glenn. Glenn, if you're watching, please hit me up, bro, because I need a hand with what I'm doing wrong or what I'm not doing in this tank. But that video is a brilliant video on all types of shrimp, Neo, Caridina, and Caridina. All right, I will grab the test kit, I think, and see how that all looks, and then get into it. Okay, so I've never thought that I would ever do an unboxing. I've done a lot of watching of people unbox videos, but this is the first one I've done. This stuff, I just to explain some background here for how the association became about, was that these guys contacted me on Instagram. That's NT Labs. They're out of the UK, and they've been going since 1982. So I thought, all right, well, I'm in need of a master test kit, and in fact, the API was the one that I pretty much decided to resign myself having to buy. I don't test water too often, but I think I need to, particularly with the shrimp and the Caridina to begin with. And I've been using this one previously, which is an online app. Hasn't been too bad. I've used the API before as well. So anyway, back to the unboxing. Um, this is what these guys sent me. They are more than happy for me to do an honest and open assessment of it. I have used the API many times, so I'll check this one out if it's good. Okay, so looks pretty comprehensive. So ammonium nitrate nitrate. Okay, that's exactly what I'm after. So it is a master kit. It all looks pretty simple. This one's 5 drops, so I'm going to do those tests right now and then, yeah, show you the results. I can't wait to actually find out what it is, because if it's something obvious, I'm going to be happy chappy. My little buddy here is anxiously awaiting the outcome of the water test results, aren't you, in the unboxing? I can tell. Super excited. You're on sheriff duty at the moment, aren't you? What are you looking at? Wouldn't have thought much from down there. So I've got the results of the tests back in. Interestingly, now I couldn't do this one, the ammonia test kit, because I said I would be honest in the review, as this bottle turned up empty, unfortunately. Well, there's 2 drops in it, I think. It looks like it's spilt out during transport, and that's just the world we live in. Shit happens. So I'm sure if you were a paying customer, they would replace this for you, no problems at all, especially if you took a video like this just to show where it had obviously leaked out in transport. But anyway, that's as I say, par for the course these days. The results, I was actually pretty happy with the way it worked. Now, I am a doofus, so there's no instructions showing that the syringe is how you get the 5 mils for the test tubes. But as I say, I'm not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed either sometimes, so I filled them up, as you would have seen on the time lapse, by hand. That little mark is there. It's quite visible to see. I'm just blind. But the results came in for the RO water, for the pH at 6, 0 nitrites, 0 nitrates. The KH is 2. I would rather it have been 0. And the GH is 9. Probably drop that down a little, I guess. But I won't show you the process of testing the rainwater, but I'm going to do that now and write the results under there and show them to you right now. So I'm a little surprised with the results, but that's the two there with the RO water on top with the existing tank water, rainwater underneath it. pH same, no nitrites, no nitrates, couldn't check for ammonia. The KH is the same. I was hoping that'd be a little less. The GH though is different, so I think bringing that down is probably a good thing. So anyway, I'm going to replace that, and it's obviously got some tannins in it. That's the thing, the results there, and this is the syringe I used to get exactly 5 mil. So how easy was that? Stickers aren't holding up very well underwater. It's a great idea because it makes it really easy to. Oh, there we go. Makes it really easy to match them up, obviously. So my overall thoughts on this product is that it's good, really good. I do like it more than the API one, I've got to say. Easy to use, easy to follow instructions. Forget about the shipping issue. That's just life. Nothing to say there. I'm sure if I was a paying customer too, they would ship one out to me immediately. And again, when dealing with people online, shit happens. Just accept that. I would say the stickers need a bit of work, whether they're meant to be waterproof or whether I just stuff that up. But I wash everything in like the rainwater, for example, before I did that. Rinsed them in that before I did the tests in them. I like the little booklet. I like that it's manual, not online. So yeah, I would definitely buy this over the API for sure. If I can offer, by the way, the stickers as constructive criticism. Another thing would be if you could get a small holder where these things could stand up in them. I realise that's a little bit extra for shipping, manufacturing, etc. But that would make it perfect. And I love the stickers on top and on the side because it allows you to match the lids really easily, so for accuracy. So anyway, overall, I am really pleased. Thank you so much for sending it to me. I am definitely going to use it. And yeah, if anyone else is out there, especially UK, Europe, all those places, probably out to America even, there's probably good shipping out there. I would definitely suggest giving this a try. It seems to be quite a good product. Cheers, guys. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so that's this tank done. Put that little bit of rainwater in, probably 10% maybe. Certainly got some action going. I've also dropped in that chunk of algae there from the Sturbo Corrigora tank, which I'm sure will keep them interested. But they certainly seem like they're noticing the water has actually changed, which is a good thing. I just want them to breed. Come on, guys. Alright, that's hopefully one problem resolved, but we'll soon see. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so it's happened again. I was at Aquariums Alive today. I thought I'd pick up some food, and I wanted to also grab another 10 neon tetras because these guys, I've got all 10 of the ones I got last time. They're fat, healthy, looking really good. These guys look the same. Got 10 for $30, which I thought was pretty good. So I ran them past the beta rack, and I don't need betas. I've got a tank full of betas, but check this dude out, even in the bag. I will put some B-roll of him. How he looked, he was too special to go past. He's a fantail, but he was only $12, would you believe? So I'm going to release these guys now and show you what they look like in this tank, my blue and red tank. And of course I've also got my Adelphois in here, but I don't think they'll bother each other whatsoever. The only thing I've got to watch is him in the night time if he does prey on the tetras, but I don't think so. Being a veil tail, they'll be able to get away and stay out of his way. Plus, They'll know he's coming because of the size of his fins and the amount of water movement that comes when he comes along. So here you go. What do you reckon about this? So that's them released into the tank. So I'm pretty happy to be in there. And I don't know what to call this guy yet. I'll clean the tank, of course, the glass, but he's red and blue, and the way he's red is positioned on his tail is quite spectacular. So I'll get some B-roll when he colours up, and then yeah, you'll be able to see why I bought him back for $12. But why not? I'm happy with the tank too. My blue and red tank. Okay, on to the next job. Okay, so I've got the stuff I need to. I've also manhandled this out there. I picked the first spot over there just simply because there's less digging, no digging in fact. That's about the right height for it, and I've got a little bit of, it was more good luck than good planning of just grass clippings and bits and pieces, which as that rots it will provide some heat and some insulation down the bottom. So I'm going to see where it fits in and yeah, get this one done and as a tester and see how it goes. Just about got that first one in, and I discovered I got bitten rather badly by these little blighters. These are jumping ants, bull ants, hoppies, whatever you want to call them. They suck. There's a whole nest of them in here somewhere because they were all over me. I wasn't quick enough to get away without a bite. But yeah, they're vicious. They will definitely attack you, chase you down. Where'd that one go to? Here's one here, you'll probably see. Otherwise they call them hoppies. He's going to jump around. But they're not afraid of you at all. See, they will jump on you, climb anything to get to you. And there he is. Big teeth, big jaws. They bite anything. They got little poison sacs in each one, I think, or maybe a stinger on the back. I'll check that out. But they, yeah, they're mildly venomous. Really painful. There you go. That's why they call them hoppies. Where did he go to now? Over there. So I've got to be careful because these suckers are jumping around everywhere. So I need to get this finished. You little blighter. And they don't die when they sting you. They just keep biting. Don't you? Ants Canada should have these on his channel. If you haven't seen that, it's an awesome channel. That's the first one in. I'm just filling it to see if I can give it a bit of a weight test. I will most likely cut them off. I plan to, but I also think that I could put pothos roots in them and stick pothos all around them, maybe stick a log or a tree on them. So who knows, and that way I don't ruin a star picket. But only got the one bite from the jumping ant. And what I've done is I've screwed through the top up here with some tacks into the timber, so it's holding the frame square, and then I've got star pickets on this side and screwed into the frame there. And underneath I've got a big, I think it's a 6-inch by 2-inch bit of treated pine that I've salvaged out the garden. There it is there, just to displace that weight a bit better, and obviously the outlet there as well. What do you think, Zig? You haven't done much today. You've been asleep most of the day, haven't you? I guess it is a bit wet and rainy. Ugh. All right, so I'm happy with that. It looks good from here. Can't see it from the road, and I'll work out a way to cane toad proof it, either some wire or some perspex around here. I might also put a net across it as well, just to stop the dragonfly larvae from, or the dragonflies from getting in. So that's the first one, and on to the next job. I was just checking on some of the tubs I've got growing some plants in out here. What's that one, baby teas or Monte Carlo or something, but yeah, this little girl I should say, is checking me out as well. You are never short of wildlife in Australia, and this is coming on brilliantly too. I'm going to have to work out where to put that in a tank very, very soon. In fact, I've got a bit of a secret plan on a nano tank I might let you in on shortly, but that one there will be another video. So this is where we've ended up. Mixed shrimp in there. I've got my green. Let me just get a light. Maybe a little bit of green and sort of bluish in there. Maybe a couple of red ones I might get out. This is where I've kept the majority of the good reds, and the Madakas are going to go in the pond. This is the oranges that I got out of there. Focusing on that. There we go. So some dark oranges, and these were the really shrimp. So I've got a carbon really. If I can get in on that side. Let me have a look. So in this tank here, I've got a little container. That's carbon reelies. So or reelies. There's so I'm getting in the light a bit better. So yeah, that one has got blue and red, and some red wine, that one. So I'll probably just put them in a separate tank and work out what I'm going to do as far as line breeding for reelies, because I do love them, those shrimp. They're pretty cool, and I've got some in each tub, so I will find out where they are and put them together, I think. Okay, so these are orange shrimp that I got. I didn't bother to count them. There's a few. There's always some left in the bottom of the container. Still. There we go. And what I will do is drop an algae wafer in here just to show you how many orange and yellow shrimp I've got in there. So I will be able to grade them from orange to yellow and then separate them out further. So I'll drop that in now and come back later. Just as a quick check up on these guys though, they seem to be quite happy, which is good. Ripping around on that moss that I put in there, or the algae. Come on guys, let's get to it. Next is the mixed shrimp, which I will just tip in rather unceremoniously. Seeming's always left in there. So just get a jug of water. Hopefully get most out that time. Oh, we got them all out. That's good. So I did stir that up a bit, but that's not bad for them. They'll enjoy picking at that. The tank's been set up for ages and literally has just got some snails in it, and that's about it. So no doubt that's now my mixed shrimp tank. So next is the greens. Much easier. Let's have a look at those guys for a in with the mixed one. So I would hopefully get a decent shade of green out of them. It's starting to rain now, so it's pretty much the end of today. I'll keep dumping these shrimp and fish in first. Bit wet out there, boy, huh? Oh well, let's get into it. Now as a fish keeper and shrimp keeper and breeder, that is a pretty good sight. So it's raining, so I'm just going to duck out now. Here you go, everybody. Introduce them to their new home. Ready? I do love doing that. So there you go. Beautiful rainy day to let them go. One thing I do want to do tonight is to take these spawning mops that I've had hung out to dry and drop them into the rainbow tank, the lacustris. So all I need to do is to get these in there. I've got a space already cleared. Squish them, they will soak down. Some of them have got rocks on them. So they've sunk in nicely now. Hard on top and beneath the water to the ground. So my dad's been out mowing today. Their door being out in the rain. Usually see some kangaroos. These ponds are next to go out the front. I'm excited about that. But it's just beautiful. I love the saying that's been attributed to Bob Marley is that some people feel the rain and others just get wet. I know which one I am. Here's a quick update on the angel pair. So these guys, if you watched my last video, you would know that I moved them across. They have actually bred and they've laid on that tile there, or the piece of sandstone. It was their first time obviously, so I don't think the eggs were fertile. They protected them for a little bit, but then I think the cories, and as you can see, what I was worried about was the trumpet snail, so they're finishing them off. But the reality is I think I need to put a couple of different types of places for them to lay on there. Look how, here's a leopard and how washed out he is this time of the day. He's just, yeah, blending in, not wanting to be seen, and she looks hungry, to be honest. So they're doing fine. Now, one of the other interesting things that happens is, of course, when you do move fish out, the hierarchy changes. So they're not here right now. Here they are. So this is the boy. I have another male that's paired up with this female here. I'm doing a water change at the moment, so they're all everywhere. But they laid eggs on here, which only lasted one night. They were really tiny eggs. I'm not sure if any of them were fertilized, but they're paired up and bred now, so that's a good thing. Hello, mate. You're hungry too. Yeah, no, you don't get fed this time of day. Not often. And yeah, here's another nice leopard female. So I've got quite a good selection there. The natural ones are beautiful too, though. I mean, they are they get that beautiful red half eye. They also get the red on their on the up here. I guess it's a nuchal hump type thing. But the blue streamers, the anal fins, the trailing fins are amazing. Here's another nice one if you're into angels. Ultimately, like to cross the orange with the leopard and get true leopard representations, I guess. But anyway, that's the update for this morning.
Okay, I'm back at my favourite snake release spot off the bridge. I have a new snake that was caught around the aviaries. This one is a brown tree snake. They are slightly venomous, mildly venomous I think is the term, but that's him. Quite a beautiful snake. I'm not going to be handling him, I'm just going to tip him out, but yeah, that's him. Let's see how we go. There you go, my friend. Go that way. Go that way. That's it. Don't come back. Okay, well, as you can see, today's come to its natural conclusion. It's pretty wet out here, so we're going to feed the fish room and then head inside. So tomorrow, well, I guess we'll just have to see what goes on with the weather, but I've got a heap to do in the fish room no matter what. So stay tuned. Day 2's on its way. So this guy is my little mate. He comes and visits me pretty much every morning. This is his second feed of chicken, so... You, my friend, you like that one, don't you? You're a friendly one. Yeah, you're beautiful, I know. Well, as so often happens, life changes direction and you just have to go with the flow. So today, Ziggy, I didn't have the camera with me, but chased off a green tree snake. He chased off a rat. And then he's found another animal, which I'm about to show you. But I'm not going to make this pond up today, which I was going to clear all those rocks up from down the back. And yeah, put some sand in here. I got some sand. But again, Ziggy and I were just in the chicken pen. And yeah, he found this. So this is the guy that Ziggy found. So he is in my chicken coop, of all places, and yeah, I have no idea really how he got here. He would have had to have come through at least, I would say, 500 to 600 meters of bush down the hill, and potentially up to a kilometer the other way again down the hill. So he's had to walk uphill both ways. So he yeah, he is a very interesting enigma for me, because they normally go towards water. The only thing I can think of is he might have actually gone this way because he could smell the water from the ponds. They do change ponds between storms. Usually when it's a big storm, the males will usually get up and move ponds, occasionally the females. So these guys are really awesome turtles. They're a native to Australia, and I'll put up some information so I can actually share some of the the cool things about them, but they lay their eggs in soil, and the turtle tank that I'm trying to, I was going to set up before getting turtles, I'm going to set up for them to actually be able to breed and lay their eggs in the sand or the dirt, and to hopefully reproduce. So this guy I'm going to keep just as a temporary thing, feed him up a bit, make sure he's happy and healthy, and I will most likely let him go in the dam at the bottom of the hill within a week or two. So yeah, there you go. Let's get him in, and this is where he's going to go to. So there is the temporary tank pond I've got set up for him. You can see he's got some space to hide down underneath there. He can get up out of the water completely. I've just stuck that valve in there, some rocks so he can sort of emerge out of the water. So all there's left to do is pretty dry, is to put him in. There you go. Straight under the log. We'll come back and check on him a bit later, but at least now he is rehydrated and he'll be safe tonight. I'll give him some cat food or something, some biscuits. I know that lots of turtle breeders feed them decent cat biscuits, so luckily I've got some of those. Okay, well, I think that wraps it up for day 2. I am pretty knackered after doing that IBC. That was hard work. Zig has chased the ball again all day today, but he doesn't get tired for whatever reason. Turtles in the tank. That was unexpected. I had no clue. I never ever thought I'd find a turtle in that chicken pen. If you had have asked me to put money on it, all the odds, that would be just crazy. So a decent cut or scrape on my hand. My back's sore, so I'm done for the day. Thank you for joining in. I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me. Next week, I think what I'll do is keep going with the rest of these ponds, get those in. Probably do a turtle update there as well and see what's happening with him and how he or she has settled in. And I've got quite a few other things on the go. I really want to get to do a nano tank for you soon. I've collected all the hardscape over the last few weeks down on the farm, so I'm ready to do that as well. So that's it for this week. Please, if you like my stuff and you want to keep watching these types of videos, like, subscribe, comment, do all of those things. That would be just really cool. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cheers, guys. See you next week. Bye. I've got another snake incident, and not a friendly one. I've also got to, what we doing? But anyway, thanks for stopping in. Yes, so I just want to show you this, by the way. What was that noise that we heard? Oh, that would be Ziggy chewing up my extremely expensive flipper that I was just demonstrating with. So yes, I cannot um, do anything without him. Like I put it on the ground, it's gone. Huh? All right, you ready? Let me guess. Yeah. All right. All right. Holy crap, Zig. Did that one first take. One go.